Dallas was a ruthless battlefield of greed, secrets, and family betrayal, but the real drama didn't end on screen. Some struggled with financial ruin caused by deceitful managers, while another struggled through the death of a fiancée just days before the wedding. Keep watching to see how survival off-screen sometimes outshines the chaos on South Fork Ranch. Larry Hagman as J.R. Ewing. Let's begin with Larry Hagman, who portrayed J.R. Ewing, the calculating oil tycoon in Dallas when he was 47 years old. Born on September 21, 1931 in Fort Worth, Texas, he exuded charm and menace that made J.R. an unforgettable television villain, influencing viewers worldwide and turning every episode into a high-stakes drama. His performances contributed to Dallas becoming a global phenomenon, airing in 90 countries and producing one of the most famous cliffhangers in TV history. Hagman passed away on November 23, 2012, at 81 years old, from complications of acute myelogenous leukemia. His life included a decades-long struggle with alcoholism, a 1995 life-saving liver transplant, and a battle with throat cancer in 2011. Surrounded by family in Dallas, he left behind a television legacy that resonated across generations. Behind the boardroom scheming of J.R. lay a life of turbulence. Hagman endured an unstable childhood, with parents' divorce at age 5 and time spent in boarding schools. Years of heavy drinking, sometimes 5 bottles of champagne daily on set, caused long-term health consequences, yet he continued performing. His career extended beyond Dallas, including I Dream of Jeannie, 1965 to 1970, and supporting roles in Failsafe and Primary Colors, showcasing his versatility while confronting personal demons. Even during illness, Hagman remained professionally active, reprising J.R. in the 2012 Dallas revival for TNT, and sharing his experiences publicly to encourage awareness of health issues among actors. His dedication until the end, despite multiple life-threatening conditions, cemented his reputation as one of television's most iconic and resilient figures. At the time of his death, his net worth was around $15 million. Ken Kercheval as Cliff Barnes. Now, we have Ken Kercheval, who played Cliff Barnes, the ambitious rival of the Ewing family in Dallas when he was just 43 years old. Born on July 15, 1935 in Wolcottville, Indiana, he brought a mix of cunning and vulnerability that transformed the scheming oil heir into a compelling, almost tragic figure. His presence carried the tension of every boardroom showdown, and audiences followed his ups and downs over a 14-season run that cemented him as one of television's most enduring characters. Kercheval passed away on April 21, 2019, at the age of 83 from pneumonia. He had survived a partial lung removal in 1994 due to lung cancer and carried decades of health struggles with resilience. His funeral reflected his decades-long contributions to stage and screen, as colleagues and fans alike honored a career defined by commitment to one role that became iconic. The life behind Cliff Barnes was marked by personal and financial challenges. Kercheval endured 4 divorces and raised 7 children amidst mounting pressures, while his health crises included smoking-related illnesses and lung surgery. Despite these obstacles, he appeared in films like The 7-Ups and Fist, proving his range beyond television. The stress of repeated hardships shaped his performances, giving Cliff Barnes a dimension of vulnerability and pathos rarely seen in primetime dramas. Even amid trials, Kercheval continued to perform on stage, including recurring roles in musical productions such as White Christmas from 2006 to 2013 across the UK and US, demonstrating dedication to his craft until later in life. His portrayal of Cliff Barnes remained influential, bridging television and theater and leaving a legacy that combined resilience, craft, and human vulnerability. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at $11 million. Patrick Duffy as Bobby Ewing. Coming to Patrick Duffy, the man behind Bobby Ewing, the principled and caring son in Dallas when he was just 29 years old. Born on March 17, 1949, in Townsend, Montana, he naturally brought sincerity and emotional depth that anchored the show's family drama. His portrayal made Bobby the moral counterweight to JR, turning him into a character audiences rooted for through complex storylines and boardroom battles. As of 2026, Patrick Duffy is 77 years old. He survived a devastating personal tragedy in 1986 when both his parents were murdered during a robbery at their Montana bar, an event that deeply affected him but did not turn him toward vengeance thanks to his commitment to Nichiren Buddhism. He was married to Carlin Rosser for 43 years until her death in 2017 from cancer, after which he experienced a period of depression before finding companionship with actress Linda Pearl. His net worth is estimated at $14 million. Life for Duffy was punctuated by shocking challenges that tested his resilience. Beyond the murder of his parents, he managed to maintain a successful television career, including Step by Step, 1991 to 1998, and recurring roles in The Bold and the Beautiful, 2006 to 2011, 2022 to 2023. These hardships gave Bobby Ewing a depth that reflected Duffy's own life experience, blending vulnerability and steadfastness in a way that few actors could achieve. Even in recent years, Duffy continued acting, reprising Bobby in TNT's Dallas, 2012 to 2014, appearing in the experimental documentary Hotel Dallas, Berlin Film Festival 2016, and guest starring in shows like Family Guy and Welcome to Sweden, 2014. His work demonstrates a career that adapts and thrives, balancing the legacy of a defining role with ongoing creative pursuits. Priscilla Presley as Jenna Wade. Now we come to Priscilla Presley, who portrayed Jenna Wade, the complex and graceful love interest in Dallas when she was 38 years old. Born on May 24, 1945 in Brooklyn, New York City, she brought poise, elegance, and emotional depth to the role. Jenna's presence added layers of sophistication and moral nuance to the South Fork family drama, balancing romance, intrigue, and personal struggle. As of 2026, Priscilla Presley is 81 years old. She continues to manage her business and creative ventures, including producing and executive roles with Elvis Presley Enterprises, EPE, and her branded product lines, while engaging in public appearances and philanthropic work. This current focus bridges her professional legacy with ongoing influence in entertainment and business. Presley's life has been shaped by enduring public scrutiny and personal loss. She married Elvis Presley at age 21 after meeting him at 14, and their marriage was marked by the intense pressures of being linked to a global icon. The relationship involved challenges of control, public attention, and personal betrayal, leaving lasting emotional scars. After their divorce in 1973, she navigated subsequent relationships, including a long-term partnership with Marco Garibaldi, balancing family life with her career while raising her daughter Lisa Marie Presley. In 2023, she endured the devastating loss of Lisa Marie, which sparked a legal and emotional struggle over family estate issues, compounding decades of public attention and personal heartache. Despite these trials, Presley has cultivated a successful professional and philanthropic legacy. She acted in the Naked Gun series, 1988 to 1994, starred as Jenna Wade on Dallas, and later launched successful product lines, including fragrances and home goods. She produced works such as Breakfast with Einstein and Finding Graceland, and in 2022 to 2025, engaged with new media through Agent Elvis, a Netflix animated series, as a voice actor and producer. Her story demonstrates resilience in the face of personal tragedy and public scrutiny, transforming adversity into influence, creative control, and enduring legacy. Linda Gray as Sue Ellen Ewing. Then there is Linda Gray, who portrayed Sue Ellen Ewing, the troubled and resilient wife of JR in Dallas when she was 38 years old in 1978. Born on September 12, 1940, in Santa Monica, California, she naturally conveyed vulnerability and strength, bringing Sue Ellen's struggles with addiction and power dynamics to life. Her performance made the character a fan favorite and earned her critical acclaim. As of 2026, Linda Gray is 86 years old. She endured a controlling 21-year marriage to Ed Thrasher, which she described as a prison, and faced the heartbreak of losing her son Jeff Thrasher to leukemia in 2020 at age 56. These personal battles did not stop her from achieving professional recognition, including 2 Golden Globe nominations for her role as Sue Ellen. Her net worth is estimated at $12 million. Gray's journey combined triumph with deep personal struggle. She fought to secure the Sue Ellen role despite a restrictive marriage and societal expectations, and she later expanded her career beyond Dallas with appearances in Models, Inc., 1994 to 1995, Melrose Place, guest roles, and films like the 1991 Sylvester Stallone comedy. In recent years, Gray returned to television and film, including Hand of God, 2017, Hollyoaks, 2016 to 2017, and the Lifetime feature Ladies of the 80s, A Diva's Christmas, 2023. She remains active in acting and stage projects, maintaining her presence as an accomplished performer while honoring a career that spans over 6 decades and the unforgettable legacy of Sue Ellen Ewing. Barbara Belle Geddes as Miss Ellie Ewing. Next is Barbara Belle Geddes, who played Miss Ellie Ewing, the matriarch of South Fork Ranch in Dallas, when she was 56 years old. Born on October 31, 1922, in New York City, she exuded grace and authority, bringing warmth and moral clarity to a family rife with betrayal and power struggles. Her Miss Ellie became the emotional core of the series, a stabilizing presence amid chaos. Belle Geddes passed away on August 8, 2005, at 82 from lung cancer at her estate in Maine. She had previously endured a radical mastectomy and emergency quadruple bypass surgery, yet she returned to the show, earning both an Emmy and a Golden Globe. Her ashes were scattered into the harbor waters bordering her estate, reflecting her quiet, artistic life beyond the screen. Her net worth was estimated at $7 million. Behind the calm and loving presence of Miss Ellie was a life marked by relentless personal and health struggles. A lifelong smoker, Belle Geddes developed heart issues that required emergency bypass surgery in 1983, and later battled lung cancer, leading to her eventual death. The pressures of primetime television, combined with her health crises, forced her to temporarily step away from Dallas, replaced controversially by Donna Reed for the 1984-85 season, which she later resolved by reclaiming her role. Beyond Dallas, her performances in films like Vertigo, 1958, and I Remember Mama, 1948, showcased her dramatic range. Even as her health waned, Belle Geddes channeled her resilience into art and writing, authoring children's books and creating fine art that reflected her enduring creativity. Her career became a testament to perseverance. She faced life-threatening illness, public controversies, and personal loss, but remained a revered figure in theater, film, and television. Howard Keel as Clayton Farlow. We turn to Howard Keel, who played Clayton Farlow, the stern but honorable oil man in Dallas, when he was 62 years old. Born on April 13, 1919, in Gillespie, Illinois, he brought commanding presence and natural warmth to the role, becoming a steady and relatable figure within the Ewing family drama. His performance balanced authority with approachability, grounding South Fork Ranch's high-stakes conflicts with human depth. Keel passed away on November 7, 2004, at the age of 85, 6 weeks after being diagnosed with colorectal cancer. His death occurred just a month before Seven Brides for Seven Brothers was inducted into the National Film Registry. His ashes were scattered at his estate in Palm Desert, California, reflecting his private and artistic life. Keel's life was forged in hardship, which gave weight to every role he played. He grew up in poverty with an abusive alcoholic father and found escape in the performing arts. Rising to fame in MGM musicals such as Showboat, 1951, and Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, 1954, He faced instability in the 1960s and early 1970s, performing in low-budget westerns and stage productions. His late career renaissance on Dallas provided both financial stability and renewed recognition, and the emotional depth from his early struggles enriched his portrayal of Clayton Farlow. Even into his later years, Keel remained professionally active. He reprised key musical roles, toured in productions such as White Christmas, 2000, and continued engaging with audiences through interviews and stage appearances. His story illustrates perseverance, a brutal childhood, Hollywood stardom, and a late career revival on Dallas combined to leave a legacy bridging stage, screen, and television, highlighting resilience triumphing over adversity. Steve Kanaly as Ray Krebbs. Now we have Steve Kanaly, the actor behind Ray Krebbs, the steadfast foreman of South Fork Ranch in Dallas when he was 32 years old. Born on March 14, 1946, in Burbank, California, he brought authenticity and ruggedness to the ranch hand, balancing the family drama with loyalty and quiet wisdom over multiple seasons. As of 2026, Steve Kanaly is 80 years old. A Vietnam War veteran, he served as a radio operator with the 1st Air Cavalry Division, an experience that gave him insight into emotional trauma but left lasting psychological impact. He has maintained a strong marriage for over 50 years with Brent Power, lives on a ranch in Ojai, California, and his net worth is estimated at $3 million. Kanaly's life was shaped by both external and internal battles. The horrors of Vietnam left psychological scars that influenced his acting, especially in emotionally intense scenes on Dallas. After the show ended, he struggled with typecasting, often confined to Western roles despite his broader talent, which slowed his career momentum. Nevertheless, he took on diverse projects, including films such as The Life and Times of Judge Roy Bean and The Wind and the Lion, and TV appearances in All My Children and Walker, Texas Ranger. Despite these challenges, Kanaly built a life that balanced legacy and personal fulfillment. He reprised Ray Krebbs in the 2012 TNT revival of Dallas, attended J.R. Ewing's funeral in 2013, and pursued watercolor painting as a creative outlet. His story reflects a trajectory where wartime experience, Hollywood pressures, and long-term personal devotion converged, producing both emotional depth in his performances and a remarkable endurance in life, making him an emblem of perseverance under pressure. Victoria Principal as Pamela Barnes Ewing. Now, we have Victoria Principal, who portrayed Pamela Barnes Ewing, the courageous and conflicted daughter of the Barnes family when she was 28 years old. Born on January 3, 1950, in Fukuoka, Japan, she brought intelligence, poise, and emotional depth, navigating storylines of love, betrayal, and moral dilemmas across 9 seasons. As of 2026, Victoria Principal is 76 years old. She left acting to focus on entrepreneurship, founding the highly successful skincare line, Principal's Secret, which elevated her net worth to an estimated $350 million. Principal's life and career were shaped by both triumphs and trials. She left Dallas at the height of her fame in 1987 due to contractual and creative disputes, asserting control over her work. Her personal life was equally challenging. A high-profile relationship with Andy Gibb ended amid his escalating drug addiction, and her 2006 divorce from Dr. Harry Glassman involved legal disputes and allegations of abuse. These events tested her resilience, while her experience during the dream season of Dallas demanded adaptability and professionalism under intense scrutiny, forging strength mirrored in her on-screen character. In recent years, Principal has devoted herself to philanthropy and animal welfare. She developed a ranch outside Los Angeles to rescue and rehabilitate animals, fully stepping away from Hollywood while maintaining influence through her business and charitable initiatives. Her story exemplifies the intersection of personal adversity, professional challenges, and entrepreneurial achievement, transforming struggles with love, betrayal, and autonomy into a legacy of resilience, empowerment, and lasting impact. Susan Howard as Donna Culver Krebbs. Now, we have Susan Howard, the actress behind Donna Culver Krebbs, the principled and ambitious political advisor in Dallas when she was 35 years old. Born Jerry Lynn Mooney in 1942 in Marshall, Texas, she infused Donna with intelligence and moral strength, appearing across 8 seasons. Her character navigated the intersection of politics, family loyalty, and ethics, leaving a lasting mark on the series' narrative. As of 2026, Susan Howard is 82 years old. She has retired from acting and now focuses on political and faith-based activism, holding leadership roles in the NRA and the Republican Party of Texas, while mentoring younger writers and actors, allowing her to translate professional experience into lasting influence. Howard's journey was defined by principled stands and personal resilience. Choosing to leave Dallas in 1987 over storylines she opposed demonstrated her commitment to integrity, but limited her subsequent opportunities in mainstream television. Her personal life included 2 marriages, the first ending in 1964 and the second to Calvin Crane, which provided stability while she navigated career pressures. The tension between maintaining creative and moral standards while facing industry expectations created both professional isolation and a deeper appreciation of her own convictions. Even after stepping away from mainstream television, Howard continued to exert influence through writing and advocacy. She contributed to Dallas episodes like Sitting Ducks and The 10% Solution, and actively mentored new talent, demonstrating how adherence to personal principles and perseverance through professional obstacles can create a legacy of integrity, resilience, and lasting impact that extends far beyond the screen. Charlene Tilton as Lucy Ewing. Coming to Charlene Tilton, who played Lucy Ewing, the clever and impulsive granddaughter in Dallas when she was 19 years old. Born on December 1, 1958 in San Diego, California, she brought youthful energy and emotional depth to the role, appearing across 8 seasons. Lucy's charm and mischief drew millions of viewers, including 65 million tuning in for her televised wedding in 1981. As of 2026, Charlene Tilton is 67 years old. She now dedicates much of her time to advocacy work as an ambassador for Actors for Autism, focusing on educational programs for children and adults on the spectrum, providing a bridge from her personal challenges to helping others overcome adversity. Tilton's story unfolds from a childhood filled with instability and trauma. Growing up without knowing her father, with a mother who suffered from schizophrenia, and spending time in foster homes, she developed resilience out of necessity. Fame brought opportunity, but also betrayal. At the height of Dallas, her management defrauded her, wiping out her earnings. Just as she began to navigate adult life, personal tragedy struck again when her fiancé, Chetty Hart, died suddenly of heart failure the day before their wedding. These intertwined shocks tested her emotionally and forged a determination that mirrored Lucy's own trials on screen, showing how adversity shaped both her life and her character's depth. Emerging from these hardships, Tilton channeled her experiences into both her career and philanthropy. She appeared in Border Shootout, 1990, and Problem Child 2, 1991, reprised Lucy in the 2012 TNT Dallas revival, and later acted in The Middle, 2015, and Vengeance, a Love Story. Each project reflected her resilience and professional versatility, while her ongoing work with Actors for Autism transformed personal loss into a meaningful, enduring legacy of empowerment and impact. Deborah Rennard as Sly Lovegren. Now we have Deborah Rennard, who played Sylvia Sly Lovegren, the loyal secretary of J.R. Ewing in Dallas when she was 22 years old. Born on November 4, 1960 in Los Angeles, California, she brought poise, intelligence, and steadfastness to the character, appearing throughout the series from 1981 to 1991, and reprising the role in J.R. Returns, 1996. As of 2026, Deborah Rennard is 66 years old. She has returned to acting in select projects such as FBI, Most Wanted, 2022, and Appendage, 2023, while also pursuing production work behind the scenes, reflecting a sustained engagement with her craft. Rennard's life and career were shaped by personal and professional challenges. Growing up in Los Angeles, she entered the industry young and built a long-running role on Dallas. Her marriage in 1997 to director and writer Paul Haggis brought both companionship and public scrutiny, especially when Haggis faced serious sexual assault allegations in later years, which cast a shadow over her private life. Their divorce in 2016 added emotional strain, yet Rennard navigated these upheavals while maintaining her career and producing work, demonstrating resilience and adaptability. Despite these trials, Rennard continued contributing to the entertainment industry and screen projects. She appeared in films like Land of Doom, 1986, and Lionheart, 1990, and worked as a producer on Easy Streets, 1997, and In the Valley of Elah, 2007. Her story illustrates how perseverance through personal and professional adversity can forge a career and legacy defined by resilience, creativity, and steadfast dedication. George Kennedy as Carter McKay. Finally, we have George Kennedy, who played Carter McKay, the shrewd oil tycoon in Dallas when he was 63 years old. Born on February 18, 1925 in New York City, he brought a commanding screen presence and gravitas to the role. McKay's cunning and authority provided a formidable counterpart to the Ewing family, making the character a memorable late addition to the series. Kennedy passed away on February 28, 2016, at the age of 91, from a heart ailment at an assisted living facility in Middleton, Idaho. Friends noted that caring for his seriously ill wife and a troubled grandchild in his later years placed tremendous emotional and physical strain on him, reflecting his dedication to family even in advanced age. The final decades of Kennedy's life were marked by a mix of acclaim and heavy responsibility. He was an Oscar-winning actor for Cool Hand Luke, 1967, and appeared in iconic films such as Airport, 1970, and The Naked Gun trilogy. Despite these successes, his later years involved intensive caregiving, balancing professional commitments with personal obligations, which added stress and tested his endurance. Even in his later career, Kennedy remained active in acting and public life. He reprised Carter McKay in Dallas, J.R. Returns, and Dallas, War of the Ewings, appeared in The Young and the Restless, 2003, and had cameo roles in films like The Gambler, 2014. His life reflects a blend of professional triumph, personal sacrifice, and enduring dedication, leaving a legacy that spans classic Hollywood and television while highlighting the human cost behind a celebrated career. From their earliest days on Dallas in 1978 to their lives today in 2026, the cast has faced triumphs, heartbreaks, and unexpected twists that shaped both their careers and personal journeys. Some became legends of television, others endured private struggles that few fans could imagine. Which of these stories surprised you the most, and how do you see their legacies today? Drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts on the Dallas cast then and now.